Hola amigos, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ada and you are watching my YouTube channel, The Running Fish. I release new travel video every Saturday. Now hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of them. You might notice that today is Tuesday, so what am I doing here? Well, I'm launching my new series by interviewing people who have experience on long-term travel or living abroad. Today, I'm going to interview a very lovely young lady who has tons of positive energy. Every time I watch her videos, it just makes me smile. I invited her today because a few years ago she went for a backpacking trip in Latin America for quite many months. And I would like to talk to her about her travel experience. She is Elleke from Fully Today. Elleke, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
We have been talking on Instagram for over 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And finally we can meet. I'm so excited. Uh,
yeah, me
uh,
too.
I know you is because the time I was in Guatemala, I was searching some videos and I found you and I really, really like your videos. And later I found out, wow, you have been traveling in Latin America for quite a long time. So today I would like to invite you to my channel to talk about your trip and you are my first guest. So thanks for
Oh,
accepting
thank you so
my
much.
my invitation. So could you tell us about yourself first?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Elleke. I'm fully today on YouTube. I'm from the Netherlands in Europe. It's a very small country, but I guess a lot of people still know this country. Um, I'm 31 years old and I love making YouTube videos. And besides that, I'm doing yoga. I love to walk in nature and I play piano.
Mm-hmm.
And very recently, I started illustrating. So I think that's a new hobby of mine,
Mm-hmm.
something I discovered a few weeks ago, and I'm very into it. So that's something new that I just want to get better at. So, yes.
Yeah, fantastic. So you're working in your country at the moment.
Yes.
Mm.
I work for only 3 days a week,
Wow.
and um, I'm planning I schedule like people in oh no, I totally forgot how do you say
You schedule your clients in advance?
yes, I do like schedule them. How do you say?
You schedule them, arrange the
Yeah,
appointment.
yes, I just schedule them but it's not a very big passion of mine. It's not my main thing I do in life. So I only work for 3 days so I can pay rent and like pay the bills. So for now it's enough, and I have enough free time to just enjoy the other things.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about your trip. I know in around 2017, is that correct? You
Yeah,
quitted
that's
your job and you went for a backpacking trip to Latin
mhm.
America for 5 months. What motivated you to do that?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. I think it was a dream of mine to just travel the world and be free and do whatever I liked. So for me, it was not very taking a leap, but for some reason I did because I had like a small studio in my hometown and I quit my job just to explore the world. It was some feeling inside of me that I just wanted to go and just try something new. So that was my main motivation.
It was 5 months or it is more? It is longer?
The first time I went, it was 5 months. That's correct. And
Okay.
then I came back home to the Netherlands and lived in Amsterdam for 8 months.
Mhm.
And then I went again for the second time for
Wow.
8 months. Yes,
For another 8 months.
another 8 months. Yeah, back to Central America.
So the video that you made is like within that 13 months together or only the second part of your trip?
Yeah, both of the trips. Everything.
Wow.
Yes.
Because I was wondering how can you make so much videos in that 5 months time? So actually, it's over a year, but it's
Yes,
yeah, but they were in two separate trips.
exactly. That's correct.
So
Yes.
how did you plan? Because it's a long trip. What kind of resources that you use, or you just you have no plan at all?
Well, I of course I searched a lot online, YouTube or website. I just searched everything what I could find. Well, maybe it's funny to tell how I stumbled across Guatemala because I
Mhm.
started there. I was learning Spanish myself through Duolingo, the
Mhm.
app. Maybe you know it.
Yes.
Yes, you can learn a foreign language, and I never spoke Spanish, but I just started learning Spanish. And I
Mhm.
was searching online where in another country I could learn Spanish. And Guatemala was the first country that popped up because they
Yeah.
don't use a lot of slang and they're speaking very slowly. So it's great for beginners. I read online. So I was reading more and more about Guatemala and I got so excited about that country that I decided to go to Central America. So I
Yeah.
was searching a lot of information about the country and what was safe or not, or which other countries I could visit. But I mainly focused on Guatemala. And then I only booked the first night in Guatemala
Wow.
because I wanted to have,
Very
yeah.
brave.
Yeah, so I booked my flight and the first night because I don't want it to settle too much in, I don't know, in one place or something. And yeah, I was just trusting the universe and trusting whatever would come to me to just lead me through whatever.
So where was it, in Antigua or Guatemala City?
Yeah, yes, Antigua.
Okay, so it's quite safe.
Yes, it is actually because I read online that maybe it's not the best thing to stay as a solo female traveler to stay in Guatemala City.
Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah, but I
interesting.
stayed there. Yeah, the second time I went back to Central America, I actually stayed in Guatemala City, and I searched for like a safer neighborhood, and it was okay. So
Mhm.
it's not that dangerous,
Mhm.
but yeah, for the first time coming there, Antigua was the best place to stay the first nights.
Because I talked to many Uber drivers in Guatemala City, and I asked them, "Is this safe? Is this safe?" And some, because they will tell you different zones. Some zones are safe, some are
Yeah,
not too safe. Yeah, so I think it really depends on the location.
true.
Yeah. I have an interesting question to ask. Do you, I just wonder if anyone is still using Lonely Planet to plan the trip.
That's a good question. It's very funny because, of course, I read a lot about the Lonely Planet online, and everyone told me, "Oh, you need to buy Lonely Planet," but I never bought one.
Me neither, in my whole trip.
Good, but I didn't want to like drag with like this big of a,
Exactly.
especially in these times. I guess maybe if you travel like 10 years or maybe earlier, like 15
Yeah,
years ago, Lonely Planet would be nice. But now there's a lot of sources to just check, and there's a lot of information out there.
yeah. For
That's the
myself, I only search on YouTube because you can only see the environment as well. Lonely Planet is just text and you don't know how it looks like, right?
Yes.
All right. I want to know, within that 13 months, which country you had visited?
Oh wow. So the first time I started in Guatemala,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point I think I just needed to renew my visa. So I went to the south of Mexico,
Ah,
Oaxaca.
mm-hmm.
You've been there too, right? I saw some
I,
videos.
I, I extend my visa in Guatemala City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you paid. Yeah, I did it the second time too. I
Yeah.
went to Guatemala City.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I went to Mexico for some weeks and then Guatemala again, Nicaragua,
Mhm.
El Salvador, and then went to Costa Rica.
Mhm.
And the second time I flew to Colombia because a lot of people told me when I was first traveling
Yeah.
Guatemala that I should go to Colombia. So I went there. Went back to Guatemala again because I was missing Guatemala.
Oh,
And then I went to Ecuador as well.
mhm.
And that was very, very nice. Yeah.
Okay. And somehow we stay in the same house in St. Pedro,
You told me. So the greenhouse?
the greenhouse.
Oh
We
my
stay in the
goodness.
same house, but in different time. You were staying there like in 2017, 2018, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there like at the end of 2019. Yeah, so it was quite
Oh,
interesting because I saw your video. I'm like, hey, that house looks so familiar, as well as the dogs.
oh really?
Yeah, because I stay at the top floor, the
Oh,
individual apartment for a while. My next question is, which particular places? I think you cannot only pick one, but any place that you like the most during your trip?
yeah. A lot of people ask me this question. It's so funny. I guess I have to say, wow. Of course, it's a place in Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have to say Shela because I spent there most of my time. And the thing I like about Shela is the combination between the original, like traditional culture and the more modern Western culture. They mix really well together. And I love the climate there.
Yeah,
It's like nice and chilly during the nights and like 20 degrees
mm-hmm.
during the day, sunny. Most of the time, of
Yeah.
course, it can be
Yeah,
colder.
yeah, I love it too. Yeah,
I love
actually,
it. And it's not so, yes.
I spent 6 months there. No, over
Oh,
more than 6 months, almost a year there because 6 months
oh,
quarantine.
what? Yes.
But I was happy that I picked the right place because the climate was good, as you said, and the cost of living is lower.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not so touristy, right?
Yeah, because there are things to see, but it's not like it's not something that's gonna make you to do a day trip, that kind of thing. So a
Exactly.
lot of tourists they just skip Sheila.
Skip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and foreigners who live there, they just work there or they have a business there, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do you like to do the most, or what do you enjoy the most during the trip? Like food, people, dance, or what do you like the most?
Oh, wow. I guess when I was traveling, I enjoyed having the freedom to do whatever I wanted to do in that moment. And of course, meeting new people, seeing new places, that's all like very salsa dancing, of course.
Mhm.
Um, but mainly in all of it, I just like the freedom to have and meeting so many people around the world. It's amazing how people just express themselves or like new things that are for me, for example, very normal. And in other cultures, it's maybe very like not they're not used to some things in life. So that's very interesting to see.
Do you think the people in your country they are very uptight? Like because people in Latin America they just more expressive. They just talk to anyone, very chatty. Do you
Oh
think
yeah.
people in your country is more uptight, more serious?
Yeah, more reserved maybe. Yeah, I guess, I guess we're more maybe it's more like a we're very busy all the time. If I see people here like they're walking like watching the ground and just doing their thing, whereas in Latin America it's very warm and outgoing and expressing themselves more, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like in the traveling or backpacker scene, it's there's a different lifestyle. So I'm not sure if it's
Mm.
yeah, but it's a culture thing, I think, in Latin America. They're more
It's a very common.
outgoing.
Mhm. So what
Yeah.
surprised you the most during your trip? Something that you didn't expect. It can be good or it can be bad.
No, that's a good question. I think I tried to not expect anything at all on beforehand. So I wasn't really surprised by food or people or circumstances. Um, because I was prepared for the worst, maybe. I read a lot online that you cannot, for example, the buses or transportation here in the Netherlands, everything is like when a train is delayed for only 1 minute, people are getting crazy. You cannot trust the time schedule or something. So I just went with the flow as much as I could. So there was not really something that surprised me, really.
Oh, by the way, I saw that your video about Sheila, about that chicken bus, it goes viral.
Oh,
Congratulations.
yeah, so I was so surprised. I don't know, maybe it's something about the chicken buses, or let's say las camionetas, because I think they prefer that word, but it's, yeah, it was insane. It was really nice though, because it was one of the videos I was a little bit proud of because of the editing and all. So I was very happy that video has a lot of views now. But thank you.
Do you get like more subscribers from Guatemala because of that video?
Yes, a lot. I think a big part of my subscribers are from Guatemala, and a lot of them, they live, I think, in the United States.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Guatemalan people, they are so proud of their country, and they're so lovely and warm and so grateful, and I really appreciate that. It's very, very nice. Yeah, I love Guatemala, so that's there in my heart.
Just somehow part of my subscribers, they are also from Guatemala, but they are living in the United States. So I think they really miss the country.
I think so too. I think they're searching for Guatemalan videos,
Yeah. So I would like to chat with them. It seems like I can give them more updated information about their country.
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
So let's talk about Spanish. So how's your Spanish now? Are you keep learning Spanish or?
Oh, I try to. Yeah, I'm not speaking Spanish a lot, although I miss it actually. But what I do is I'm listening to Spanish podcasts or videos in Spanish. So I'm not sure about my level of Spanish, but I'm maintaining the language. Yeah.
So where did you learn Spanish when you were in your trip?
I got Spanish class in was it in Antigua? I think I had 1 week, but I'm not sure if there were many students at that school at that moment. So I went to San Pedro and San Marcos, La Laguna. I had there some classes, and then I went to Sheila, and that was my most favorite school, CSI Spanish school.
Yes. And so how long have you been learning Spanish in total in your whole trip?
In total, I guess it's, I think, between 8 or 10 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you find it's very helpful, or do you find it is necessary to learn Spanish while you are traveling in Latin America?
I don't think it's necessary, but I find it's very useful, especially because I think the people like it if you speak their language, and people are maybe more willing to help you, and it's just a lot easier for yourself if you speak the language and you understand the people on the streets. So I definitely recommend to learn at least the basics if you can travel there. It's not necessary. I mean, a lot of like the younger people, they speak English, but some places not. So it's
So what other languages you can speak?
I can speak. So Dutch is my native language, and English is my second language. At school I had German and French, but I'm not really good at them. German I can understand because it's very similar to Dutch. So, but my Spanish is better than my French and German. Yeah.
So do you find how do I say, the conjugation of Spanish is not too difficult because you already know other languages?
Yes. I think personally, for me, it helped to have Dutch as a basic and English as a basic language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because for us, Like, because English itself doesn't have too many conjugations. So when I start to learn Spanish, it's like, oh, I remember all the conjugations, like, and they got like different tenses. I'm like, wow, what's going on?
Oh yeah, I can
It's
imagine.
just a bit overwhelmed, and
I
it takes
can
time,
imagine.
yeah, to speak correctly.
I know. Yeah.
So so within your whole trip, did you travel alone or you travel with friends, or how does it work?
Yeah, I traveled alone.
Mm-hmm.
I met a girl from the United States in Antigua, and
Mm-hmm.
then we kept having contact. So we traveled some days together, and then we split up again. And I just traveled by myself, like the rest of the trip. And then the second time I got back, we kept in contact. So she was already in Colombia, I guess, or I don't know anymore. But we kept in contact. So we met again
Mm-hmm.
in Colombia, and then we traveled again for some weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Is she still traveling?
at the moment, no,
Ah,
unfortunately not.
okay.
No.
Um, so did you feel safe when you travel alone as a female?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a question a lot of people ask me as well. I personally never felt unsafe or, um, of course, there's places that are not safe, but I always followed my gut and I trusted that the way I went places that it was fine. If at any moment I felt insecure or something didn't feel well or something, I just turned around or went out of the bus or whatsoever. So I never felt unsafe, but I was always very aware of my surroundings, and I would never drink or drink too much. And I would never walk alone in the streets during the night, for example. So use common sense and then.
Yes, that's very important because some people just think that, oh, I'm traveling, I'm having fun. They just got drunk and walk in the dark. It just doesn't make sense at all. So
No.
do you have any more advice to other solo female traveler who would like to travel in Latin America? Any more advice for them?
Yeah, I would say just don't expose yourself too much in the way of like showing your phone or just my clothing was always very moderate. I tried to look as much as local people or not being like too, how you say, like to
Show the skin too much?
I'm sorry, too.
To show the skin too much? To
Oh yeah, as well, or just like not being very uh, what's the word
look
for very
luxury,
yeah, or like very like
flat, rich.
pink and yellow or orange, like
Ah,
bright colors, or just being very moderate and don't like being on the below the surface actually.
okay, okay, understand.
Yeah, so yeah.
Mhm. I know you are a vegan, right? How long have you been a vegan?
For 4 years now.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
was it difficult to eat outside, or was it expensive to eat outside during your trip?
Yeah, I was very worried for this in the beginning. I'd have to say I was very happy with the rice and the beans and the salads. And I guess there's a lot of people they are used to not serving the eggs or milk. So whenever I asked for sin huevos or sin leche, they understood like, okay, we don't put the milk and the eggs in it. It's easy to eat without meat. And sometimes I just double checked. And of course, there's a lot of places who serve special vegan or plant-based meals, and they can be more expensive, yes.
Yeah.
But the basic things like potatoes and rice and beans and tomatoes and just vegetables, they're like almost everywhere. So yeah, I didn't have any trouble with that.
'Cause, for myself, I try to be um, plant-based as much as I can, but I'm living in Mexico right now. It's
Oh,
sometimes it's a little bit difficult because even though your plate, especially breakfast, your plate is without meat. You ask them, oh, can you have something that without meat? Okay, definitely is without meat, but it has eggs and cheese.
True. I remember Mexico.
Yeah, it's
It was
very,
harder.
yeah. You can be vegetarian, but you cannot be pure vegan or plant-based at all. It's just, otherwise you just have to cook every single day, every single meal for yourself. It's
Yeah.
just a little bit challenging if you want to social with new friends.
Hmm.
A little bit challenging.
I understand.
So what's your, do you have any plan, travel plan in your mind?
Right now, no. Actually, we're not allowed for a couple months. I don't even know when it started, but we're not allowed to. Well, we're allowed to leave the country, but they strongly advise not to. So my first plan initially was to go December, January, February, like
They're coming?
this year. No, like 2020, 2021, last January. Um, but yeah, we couldn't go. And so right now I'm saving up money again to go back to I think Latin America again.
Oh,
But I have no clue when.
so you want to explore other countries, or you want to go back to the places you have been to visit your friends? What do you do?
Yeah, I was planning to go to Bolivia and Peru.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and maybe go back to Ecuador because I liked it there very much, but I didn't spend like enough time to explore more.
How about Argentina, Chile? Would you like to explore those places too?
Oh, yes and no. I heard it's more expensive, and I've always been like a budget traveler. Argentina, there's a lot of meat, right? So
Yeah, there's always
like,
it's a big no-no because they
oh,
I still have a lot of questions for Elleke. I would like to learn more about her country, Netherlands, because I've never been there before. I would like to know where I should go if I travel there. But I think I will leave it for next Tuesday. Meanwhile, you can go to Elleke's channel Fully Today to watch her Latin America journey. And don't forget to subscribe both of our channels and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye!